All right, what's the deal with all these videos popping up claiming that allegedly in parts of Georgia and South Carolina, people had their TV broadcasts interrupted for about 3 minutes? This happened just in the last couple of days. And during that time, a message supposedly from the Anunnaki aired, acknowledging the current chaos among humans, warning of severe weather events coming, and then saying that they were going to help. And then right after that, people in these same areas reported seeing fireballs streaking across the sky, like multiple reports. So yes, this sounds completely crazy, and I am skeptical, but I'm also open-minded enough to ask. There actually was a TV broadcast interruption in southern England in 1977 where a group claimed to be Ashtar Galactic Command, and they talked about human awakening. So I'm being open-minded. Was it something like that? Has anyone seen this alleged Anunnaki broadcast firsthand? Do you have video of it or know someone who does? Drop any links, videos, or stories in the comments. I'm actually very curious.
Something weird is going on around the world this week with the weather. In Guizhou, China, floodwaters surged over 837 feet, swallowing up neighborhoods and roads. Experts are saying that this is a once-in-a-50-year flood, and locals are saying they've never seen anything like this in their life. In Alabama today, an absolutely massive weather phenomenon appeared and then disappeared over Birmingham. Experts are saying that this could be a meteor or it was a radar glitch. And while media is reporting that now June is the new July with intense summer heats coming earlier than ever before, it is hailing in Tampa, Florida today. There is a 4.2 magnitude earthquake in Albania today. Buses in New York are falling into sinkholes because of the heat, and bridges in China are collapsing because of the rain. While everyone's focused on what's going on in the Middle East this week, I want to ask you, what do you think is going on with the weather?
Listen up, because this is important. Your phone's not just listening, it's learning you. Most people know their phones listen to them, but it's deeper than that. It tracks your pauses, your tone, your micro reactions, what you click, what you don't click, what makes your eyes widen, even for a second. Your data isn't just collected, it's interpreted. It learns how to keep you hooked, how to shape your mood. You think you're in control of your feed. It's in control of you. They don't need to censor you if they can quietly program what you believe.
I went down the Cabbage Patch doll theory here on TikTok, and I'll explain more, but this is an old birth certificate that I have of my Cabbage Patch doll. And I decided to go ahead and put the thumbprint and footprint into ChatGPT, and look what they said. They basically said that this is a real thumbprint. It's not fake, and it can't be authenticated into this fake thumbprint or footprint. And I guess my questions would be, where did it come from? Because Cabbage Patch dolls are not real.
There is a deep underground military bunker that was built in the 1950s under Secret Mountain. That's what it's called. It's the hilarious thing. It's named Secret joke. It's called Secret Mountain.
Unbelievable.
Near Sedona. What we're talking about is the Bradshaw Ranch.
Yes.
And there's allegedly a portal in the Bradshaw Ranch that was seen by the former owner of the ranch, Linda Bradshaw. The other thing we noticed when we were there, and this was picked up by my friend Paul, who's an Australian ground-penetrating radar operator. He heard a humming. And he kicks a bush aside, and there's this gigantic three-phase power box with a cable definitely going into the ground. There's massive amounts of electrical power going into the ground under Bradshaw Ranch. And he did a ground-penetrating radar check on the road around Bradshaw Ranch, and we found a 50-foot wide reinforced steel concrete, highly visible on ground-penetrating radar, literally just under the ground.
Wow.
I mean, I'm in no doubt whatsoever it's there. Go up from Phoenix and have a look at what I saw in Sedona, and you will find a deep underground military facility that is highly protected, has hydraulically operated doors in the side of mountainsides, and is secretly operating what I suspect is non-human technology.
The hole is about 2 foot in diameter. And that's the hole in my driveway. I don't know what to think. That meteor flew over today, Williamston, South Carolina. And this is what I found. And I don't know what that is. It's got a glow to it. Feels cold to the touch.
What differentiates the elite bloodline from everyone else? Long ago, in the ancient cultures to which they trace their heritage, the ancestors of today's hidden rulers pledged themselves and their future generations to the dark force that opposes humanity. Call it Satan, archons, or whatever, and that energy still lives on through their descendants to this day. As one begins to study the lives of the elite, a common denominator is always their allegiance to Luciferian doctrine. It is the key tenet of the Illuminati.
Of course, even the owl is a symbol of ancient Mystery Babylon. The owl was worshipped by the ancient Egyptians and by the Babylonians. And it's interesting to me that many of the members of the Bohemian Grove have in their homes, as I understand it, small figurines of owls. And I believe they actually worship those owls as a symbol of the deity, the great goddess of Babylon.
They believe themselves to be the sons and daughters of the fallen one, Lucifer.
Here's the way they look at it. Here's their metaphor. Adam and Eve were held prisoner in the Garden of Eden by an unjust, cruel, and vindictive God. Lucifer, through his agent Satan, set man free from this garden by giving him the gift of intellect. Through the use of intellect, man will conquer the earth, will conquer nature, and will himself become God. It's taught in every Masonic temple in this land, every secret brotherhood, every secret society, every mystical temple, every occult organization teaches the Luciferian philosophy.
Satanic serial David Berkowitz said, Satanists are not ignorant peasants or semi-literate natives. Rather, their ranks are filled with doctors, lawyers, businessmen, and basically highly responsible citizens. The elite are obsessed with the likes of Aleister Crowley.
Anything I've ever seen. This is me. Look, just watch. Oh, look at this.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means. Me neither.
Apparently the baseball guys did know.
Oh.
In 2013 at this baseball game, you're watching it on TV, and all of a sudden, a whole bunch of occult symbols and esoteric symbols and satanic stuff pops up. No explanation. The announcer says nothing about it. It continues on for about 20 seconds, and then the rest of the baseball game plays. This was at a base. You can rewatch this probably on YouTube. A baseball game between the Chicago Cubs and Milwaukee Brewers. Now, to me, this showing of these symbols was either someone trying to. It's like when you ever watched They Live, when they take over the broadcasting network and they try to wake up the masses with their information of the true agenda that's going on. It's either that, or every once in a while they have to hide in plain sight what they're doing and get your informed consent. They're informing you by showing you this, and you consent by not rejecting. But there's a lot more to this than can be mentioned really on Instagram.
Anyway, I started doing more digging and then realized also, the movie The Island about cloning and all the other weird things that happened. I saw Epstein shapeshift. I mean, I don't want to jump ahead here because...
Wait, say that again. You saw Jeffrey Epstein shapeshift, you said?
Yes. He turned into
like how? Say that one more time.
I saw Jeffrey Epstein shapeshift into a devil-like reptilian creature. I want to be lie detected on it. Did you not know?
What was it? No. I did not know that, but no, I did not know that.
Well, do you know what?
No, tell me more, because I hear all about this, the reptilians and the greys and the shapeshifting and all that, but this is... wow.
So if someone else told me this, I would think they were mad. Sorry to swear again. If someone else told me this, I would think they were mad.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it happened to me and I saw it. And I swear on my family's life, I swear on everyone and everything I love's lives, that I saw this man turn into something else in front of my eyes.
The head of the Office of War Information, Elmer Davis, stated, quote, "The easiest way to inject a propaganda idea into most people's minds is to let it go through the medium of an entertainment picture when they do not realize they're being propagandized." Much of the partnership between Hollywood and the government centered around authorizing the use of military locations and access to equipment in exchange for giving the government some level of control over the final scripts. In 2017, Tom Secker and Matthew Alford, professor at University of Bath, released their book National Security Cinema, providing conclusive evidence of the massive influence the U.S. intelligence and military have exerted on Hollywood. The book is based on files obtained via open records request, which detail how the Department of Defense offered support to more than 800 films between 1911 and 2017. What is important to take note of is the power of film and TV to shape public opinion. Researcher Tricia Jenkins notes that one of the reasons the CIA and the military desired to be involved in major films like Zero Dark 30 is because they recognize that the public will largely form their opinions of real-world events based on the fictional Hollywood retelling.
So basically the CIA's propaganda arm is Hollywood. It sounds about right.
We have a full system engineering approach, allowing us now to use water as a main fuel source to be able to run a conventional engine and run it on water and do it and equal or supersede the performance of a car running on gasoline and diesel fuel. Many people do not realize that when you run a car or truck on either gasoline or diesel fuel, you're actually running it on hydrogen. And all we're doing is using the hydrogen from water. And under the National Bureau of Standards figures shows that when you use water, the energy release is roughly 2.5 times more powerful than that of gasoline. So water is a very powerful fuel.